Well, hello, and welcome back. Welcome back. We are here live today, in which we are covering switch statements within JavaScript. Today, we are adding more and more to your JavaScript utility belt. The more you learn, the better you will actually be within JavaScript, because there are a number of different problem-solving techniques to use within this object-oriented language. So, without further ado, let's go on ahead and get started with a switch statement example within JavaScript. Thank you very much. Give yourself a chance to use any particular editor that you would like. All right. Okay, so switch statements, just very similar to the actual if statements that we used in the previous section, but slightly different. So let's go on ahead and open up a file. I think we'll open up two files here. I'm not sure if we'll use any of the actual output, but we can give it a shot here. All right, so we want to open up, very similar than before. Let's create our actual files. Those are some previous files that we worked with in the previous lesson. Let's see here. So we're doing switch statement .js. And let's see, let's get the HTML version as well. Let's add that. Switch statement. Let's see, and HTML. Okay, and let's open that up with live server. And we'll drag that over. Good. All right, so how are we going to do this here? So we got this big old screen here with not exactly what we need. And let's create some bare bones markup here. And we've done this plenty of times on this particular series. So let's go on ahead, add our actual script. There we go. And let's what's the name of it? Where's the source? We just named it the exact same thing, so switch statement. Okay. And defer that just in case we have any markup that needs to load before the actual script is starting. All right, let's move this down a little bit. We don't really need that. And now what we can do, let's go to our, oh, come on now. There we go. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Let's work with the letter grade. That's going to be a nice little example as I continue to mess with the actual screen here. So the switch statement is like this. So switch, and it's actually going to take in a variable. Let's say ours is going to be a letter grade. All right, and then from there, what we're going to do is run through a number of cases. And in our case, we're going to say, is the letter grade an A? And if it is a letter grade of A, then what we're going to do is create a little message. And it's going to be, let's say, well above average. Okay. All right. And then we'll actually break out of the switch statement with an actual break statement. Okay. So this is kind of like an if, then else, 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 else. So if I copy this, okay, and paste it below, paste it below, paste it below, a little sloppy. Let's tab that over. Okay, and where's the break here? All right, let's just bring this down a little bit. Bring you over, and bring you over, and you as well. Good, so that looks a little better. And what do we got here? Slide that up, bring you down. And, oh, well, we actually did have those indented, but let's see. So your letter grade is actually going to go in. If the letter grade is an A, this message is going to be going to be sent out to the actual user. If the letter grade is B, we're going to say, we'll say that's above average. Yeah, we'll say that's above average. If your letter grade is a C, then we're going to say, well, your the message that you're going to see is average. If it is D, we're going to say this particular message is going to be below average. And if, yeah, we can have an F clause here. Let's see here. Let me tab this out. That way it looks a little better, a little more consistent. Okay, so just in case the grade, the letter grade that comes into the switch statement is an F, then what we're going to put here is failing. Okay, and then we will also have a default message just in case there's anything else. And that message is going to be, sorry, invalid grade. And then we'll break out of that. All right, now, so what we actually need, we need to actually define the letter grade up above. So let's say let letter grade equal, and what is it going to equal? Well, we'll give it, we'll give it a letter. How about we give it a letter C? Okay. All right, now I did put a capital C, but if someone were to put a lowercase c, we'll fix that once we get in here. But let's just take a look at some output here. So let's console out the actual message here. So console log message. All right, and let's open up the console over here. And I see average here because the letter grade is a C. So letter grade goes into the switch statement. Letter grade funnels through and it says, is it an A? No. Is it a B? No. Is it a C? Yes. So since it is a C, we're going to say our message is going to be equal to average. And that is what we have here. Then it breaks out of the actual switch statement and says, okay, ding, ding, ding. Letter is a C. Apply average to message, and then we'll log that. So that's what's going on there. If we were to change this to letter grade is an A, and then we get well above average in the console, because that's what we're actually doing. We're saying console log the message. In this case, the letter is an actual A. What happens if they put a lowercase a? Oh, sorry, invalid grade. But wait a minute. The A is still an A. So let's fix that here. We'll use the actual method of, what is it, to uppercase. Okay, so this is now a method that you can add onto your variable. And now we get well above average because whatever lowercase letter goes in, a letter grade is then going to actually change to uppercase automatically using the to uppercase method. All right, so now we can still put in lowercase grades like a lowercase b, and what will happen is that lowercase b then turns into a capitalized B, an uppercase B, and now we get the message above average. And that's really it to the switch statement. Pretty straightforward. No extra bells and whistles there. And yeah, that's it. Add it to your utility belt. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below. Subscribe to the actual channel. And of course, if you are stuck on anything, you can always send me an email directly. And yeah, once again, subscribe to the channel so you can actually see it in your feed. Hit the notification so you can be alerted as to when new material is being released, because we're always sending out and updating material all the time. All right, other than that, full stack out.